I'm Alex.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Lance with K1.
And this trip, we're going to Boise.
But our flight is leaving in 30 minutes, so we gotta go.
All right, we officially made it off the plane. We're out here all the way from California in Boise. So we're gonna be hitting the center. We're already out here at the track. We're gonna show you guys the super track, the setup that they got over here. It's pretty sick, actually. It's our first time here.
Super track is sick. It's also super hot, so we're, making the best of it.
Yeah. We're gonna be linking up with some of our car friends. We're gonna be checking out some builds. It's gonna be really cool. We're gonna check out some of the nightlife around Boise and showing you guys some fun things to do near the K1 Speed area. But more importantly, we're here for what?
We're hosting Bounty, where you can show up, beat the lap time, take home $500, which I don't know about you, but that seems like a pretty good deal to me. We have our buddy Jimmy here. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, guys.
He has a pretty sick Miata, so we're gonna go over that a little bit more in detail in a little bit. But first, we're gonna test his sim skills, his drifting skills, and see if he's got the other skills.
The racing skills.
Those skills.
All right, Jimmy, so it's gonna be our first time here at Boise. I know you've been at this track before. I've never been at this track before. Okay. How do you think you're gonna do?
Pretty good. I'm like fairly optimistic, but we'll see. I don't want to be too cocky. It's been a minute since I raced in an electric kart, so and I don't really have a lot of karting experience, more drift experience, but I think it'll go well. I think we'll have fun at least. Doing full course is way crazier than I could have ever imagined.
Yeah, this is only my second time actually doing an elevation track.
Yeah.
First time was in Daytona.
Okay.
And this feels way faster. So if you guys are in Boise, you gotta try this out because it's fun.
It is. I got almost the same thrill that I get out of drifting the 350 on track. Really? To be honest, on that dip, you get a little bit sketchy.
It gets a little slidey.
Tense up, yeah. It was pretty nuts.
What'd you run?
I ran a 42 flat. That's what I ran, yeah.
You don't even want to ask what I got.
He kicked my butt. He did really good. This guy's a pro.
Now that we've had our fun on the track, let's check out your build that you brought here.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's talk.
Run me down. What inspired you to get this? Why'd you build it? Why'd you buy it? What's the inspiration?
Yeah, so when I started working on cars, I originally got inspired by a guy named Crispy Media on YouTube, and that's kind of what got me into cars. I wasn't like the Fast and Furious kid growing up or anything like that. That's what really got me into it. So starting off as a car guy with no money, no job yet, I needed to get something that was affordable, and at the time, before these got very expensive, Mazda Miatas were like $2-3 grand a pop. So I saved up some money in high school. My grandpa was nice enough to let me use his garage, and I brought this thing home. And this thing was destroyed. It had a 1.6 liter turboed Mazda Miata motor in it, and then we ended up taking that out because it was leaking. Everything was destroyed on it, and the paint was rolled on. So it was like a Nardo gray, like roll-on paint job. It was terrible. So what I ended up doing, 16-year-old me, took it down, we sanded it, primered it, and then got it wrapped by Creative Wraps here locally. And then my buddy Josh and I actually sourced a 1.8 out of an NB Miata, and we ended up putting that and a new transmission into this car. So this car has a lot of miles on it. It's about 200,000 miles on the car, but the motor has about 60,000 miles on it. Same with the transmission. We go up to our local mountain pass and we go drive around and have some fun and take photos and video and just have a good time. Yeah, this is a Phantom V1 kit. It is on Workmeister CR01s. Kind of a rare wheel that you see on cars. A lot of people go for the S ones, which are on my 240, but I went with a little bit of a more exotic color. I did bronze lips and I did white faces. I'm a big fan of that kind of color scheme. You can see it throughout the car with the wood steering wheel and all of that. But yeah, I basically sourced those all from Japan, contacted work, sent in my specs. In terms of suspension, I did function and form Type 2 coilovers. Those are really popular in the Miata community. There's lots of different suspension options out there, but that's what I went with. And then I ended up swapping out the factory springs for 326 power springs. And so that's allowed me to get the ride height way lower than most people with a Pan Am kit can get. If you look online, there's a lot of people that have, you know, this thing is by no means fender to lip, but it's got a way better stance and fitment than a lot of cars out there, and that's because of that suspension with those coils.
All right, Jimmy, thank you so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed your racing, and thank you for telling us about the car. On a scale of 1 to 10, do you think the bounty will be collected tomorrow?
Ooh, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. We got some fast guys here locally, and I know if they're gonna see this, they're gonna pull up and probably give it their all for the whole day, and they're gonna obsess over the lap time, so I think it's probably gonna get beat.
The serious guys usually do pull up early.
We're only about 15 minutes away from downtown Boise. So yesterday we went to the center, we saw everything over there in Meridian, took a look at it, glow karting, elevation track, the whole thing. It was sick. We met up with Jimmy. He showed us his built out Miata, which was insane. And now, because we're so close to downtown Boise, we're gonna check it out and kind of see what's popping down there. From what we've heard, there's good bar scenes. There's a lot to do downtown. Apparently it's very pretty. The mountains almost feel a little bit like California, so we're not too far from home there. But we're gonna enjoy the day, we're gonna see what's going on, and then we're gonna head down to Bounty at about 6:30, set up, and we'll see you guys there.
One of us may have said a 40.8.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who it is, but I don't know why someone would want to talk about it. But that person would probably like grab the camera and then try to like show off. Tyler's got to say something. He ain't got nothing to say.
Down to Main Marketplace. There's a little bit of shops, bars, food. We're gonna check some of this stuff out. Boise is actually really pretty. All right, so we've experienced Boise. We've came out here yesterday. We ran the super track. We hung out with Jimmy, and it's officially the time.
It's time.
The main event.
For K1 Bounty.
$500. It's on the line. Is somebody gonna take it today?
Someone better.
This is what we like to see. People who are hungry, people who are out here and pushing the boundaries, trying to get the bounty, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting, you know, we kind of come to one of these places and it's one of our nicer centers. We've got some really, really, really fast karts here, and we're running super track, which adds a lot to the mix, and it's elevation. So you're gonna have a lot of drivers that are coming out here trying to get the bounty tonight, and then when they go down one of these elevation slopes and they miss that turn or they skid out, it's gonna kill their time immediately. So we're gonna see how many attempts it takes people to get it.
Huge turnout. We've probably already had 40, 50 people come in. Everybody's really stoked. They're asking about the lap time. It's a 40 flat. So we need every single one of these people to hit a 39.99 or better. We're not doing any match this time. It's beat or nothing. And that's half a second off our lap record. So it's not a slow time, but it's doable. We already had a girl come in earlier. She hit just over a 40 flat. So we're gonna see what happens. It's pretty interesting. We've got a great crowd out here. A lot of people that do their own racing outside of K1 Speed. We had somebody come in that races UTVs. They come in here to practice, funny enough, and we just had a driver come in that just got his Formula 4 license. So one of the things that freaked me out initially is more than half these people walked in with their own helmet. So we know how that goes.
That's the first lap.
That's a 40.9.
40.9.
Less than a second off, which in racing terms, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of time. That being said, for the first lap, my God.
This right here has got to be the hardest part of the track because the two hairpins back to back slow down your speed significantly.
Rylan and Anna have been kind of battling here for first, second, third. We're kind of, you know, we're scrapping a little bit on track. Rylan, you just ran a 40.06. What happened? Where do you think that extra 0.06 of a second is lying out there on the track?
I think when I set that time, I botched the first corner coming in. I kind of braked a little bit too hard, so the car kind of slid out, and I think that's where I kind of lost a few seconds there.
Gotcha.
So.
Anna, where do you think you're going to pick up these last 2 tenths-ish? And then, you actually, I saw you fighting back down. You're at like a 40.13. Where are you hoping to pick that up?
I mean, my lap is always determined by this corner over here. It's always dependent on how I exit, and so I know how the lap's gonna go, how I exit. So just making sure I take it cleanly and precisely. Are we gonna keep going? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I am.
Anna has been a front runner this whole time, so it's been pretty interesting to see how far down she can get it. We were talking to her a little bit earlier about what she wants to do to beat that time. She has the adult track record here, which is a 23.1. Rhineland has the super track record, so it's interesting to see that Anna just beat it! That's it, Anna just beat it. That's all we needed. We're gonna go over here, we're gonna talk to Anna. $500, Anna! Anna is our 4th ever bounty winner. She's taking home $500 tonight. How many races did it take you to do it?
It took me 3.
Okay. So the last time we talked, just before your last race, you said that back part was giving you a lot of trouble. You were going down the turn, and that's always where it goes bad for you.
Yeah.
What did you change, and how did you do it?
So it sounds crazy. I changed the music I was listening to. It helped a lot. It helps a lot. So just chilling out a little bit. Yeah. It was great.